thank you. Yeah, thank you. What is up? Oh, 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 what is? Why is that happening? Jesus Christ, I'm so sorry. Holy fuck. What the fuck is up? How's everyone doing? Getting the fucking stream set up. I switched streaming software, so all this shit's all crazy. What's up, Cheddar? Sorry that happened, dog. Hope it's all better now, at least. God damn, that scared me. I'm gonna be honest with you. Actually, that scared me for a second. Let me try to post in the Facebook group that we're live on this shit too. It was hell on earth for a minute. Yeah, well, we'll see. I mean, we'll see. We'll see how we get. It you know, these things aren't always easy, and we take it for granted. Granted? We take it, you know. I had the stream set up so good, and then it stopped working. Some sort of European torture. Yeah, that's how they ended World War II, dog. I hope everything looks good, though. I hope I sound good. I hope it looks good. It looks like I'm a little loud. Maybe I'll turn this shit down. All right. Meatballs Court is live now. Call in 540-583-4464. That is 540 judging. Today we are telling stories about getting caught. Topic is getting caught or catching someone. Okay, hopefully if I post this shit in the Facebook group right now, we'll get some of those fools watching, because that's mostly who watches this shit. I'm not gonna lie. Hey, what's up, Bree? How's it going? Bree's moved over to YouTube. That's a start. Phone lines are open. Go ahead and call in 540-583-4464. We're talking about getting caught or catching someone. I've been caught and I've caught people. You know what I mean? There's two sides to that coin. I'll tell you that. I think we got it all set up. Missing a couple graphics and shit for the stream, but I think it's overall, I think it looks good. I hope it does anyways. It looks good to me. Hope it looks good to you. If it's available on Facebook, I'm going back. Yeah, I mean, I prefer everybody watching on Facebook too. That's where the big group is. They're not letting me post to Facebook for almost a whole month, dog. It's crazy. It's crazy. Then I hit up this company that fucking put the copyright strike on me to try to get them to take it down, like take it off with Facebook, because I already took the shit down. They're trying to shake me down for 1,000 fucking Great Britain pounds, which guess what? That's basically $1,000. 1,000 pounds? Are you taking a piss? I'm not gonna pay a fucking 1,000 pounds on some goddamn shit that I already fucking posted. Fuck off, bro. Oh, I see that the YouTube chat is not going into the chat online or on the screen. So that's whack, first off top. But that's okay. You know what I mean? It's going to be growing pains. We're doing it. That's just how it's going to be. That's how it is. Go ahead and call in. Let's get it going. 540-583-4464. Tell me about you when you caught somebody, or tell me about when you got caught. Did your mom catch you? Did your girlfriend's dad catch you? I think the brief time that the stream was up last on Friday, I think I talked about I got caught by a girl's dad twice, like within a 1 month period. He like physically caught us in the act, and then he caught me like snuck into his house like a couple weeks later. Not ideal, but I would do it again. No regrets on that. Crowdsource the pounds. I guess, I would. I mean, if you guys want to gather up 1,000 pounds, I will pay these motherfuckers. But I would rather they just drop it. Like, I deleted the content. Like, can you drop the strike? I told them they're fucking me up from getting like $200 a month on Facebook. That doesn't mean I can. That obviously sounds like I can't. If I'm going to complain about losing $200, I'm not hitting you up so I can pay you $1,000. Guess what? I feel like I've been caught by girls' parents several times, to be honest with you. But like when you're young, you got to be fucking around people's parents. It's your parents or their parents. Like it's one of the two. If necessary, I would donate the funds. Elizabeth, you're a peach. I appreciate the offer. I mean, thanks for trying to help out. I don't know. I mean, they said that Facebook takes a while even after you hit them up. So I'm already down to like maybe 18 days left without being able to post. So if it's going to take like a week or two, then we're talking about like a 7-day thing. So I might just tough it out. I mean, my page is still getting traffic. It's just whack. I can't post. Like I'd rather post for you guys on Facebook. Anybody been caught at work? I've been caught fucking around at work many times. Caught in the walk-in texting. Hey, thanks for the follow. Let's go. Andromatus. Can I read? Do I not know how to read? Is that what it is? The good news is this new streaming software, the setup works way better for Omegle. So there'll be way more Omegle clips coming. I'm still banned off the monitored Omegle, so we definitely can't have that shit on stream. I wouldn't have done it on stream already, but now we definitely can't. Forced to lock this door. Let's get it. Let's break the ice. How much does the polar bear weigh? Enough to break the ice. Let's break the ice. Phone call 540-583-4464. First person to call in and get on air gets a big old kiss on the forehead. And I'll appreciate you forever. Let's get this show going. Court is in session, all right? When I bang this shit, that means you guys got a fucking call, because that's how it works. I'm not just dressed like this for my own amusement, though I do think it's funny. It's BS and I miss the talks. I feel you, though. Don't give in to corporate greed. Yeah, it's a shakedown. They're fucking shaking me down. They paid some TikToker $20 for that video, and now they're trying to get $500 out of me because I posted it and it got some views. Fuck off. Come off it, mate. Come off it. Oh, I think this got to be Drew. Oh, we're getting another call, too. From David. I'm going to take David's call first, and then I'll circle back to you, Drew. Hello?
Hello.
How's it going, man?
Good. How are you?
I'm quite well. Thanks for calling.
Oh, you're very welcome. Well, the incentive was the big old kiss on the forehead that you promised. So
how can you say no to that?
This is kind of an underwhelming story, but I'll break the ice with it, and hopefully we'll get more callers. So when I was young, and I was quite young, I would say maybe 7, we had this park, playground to be more specific. And on this playground, for whatever reason, they had taken an old train caboose and they put it like in the back of this playground. And it was kind of this, I don't know, relic of the railroad that people would come and you could walk through it. And it was kind of cool, actually.
Yeah, that sounds cool. If I was a kid, I would love that.
Yeah, a lot of kids, though, like teenagers, they would use this space in the train caboose for nefarious purposes.
Yeah,
and it was pretty tight. But as a 7-year-old, I just wanted to climb on top of it, and I found this spot on I could climb the top of the caboose because the ladders were still on the ends of it and everything. I could climb on top, and there was this little spot where I was big enough to fit into, and it was like this upper deck. I guess it was probably used to be a storage space, but there were bars so you could like see into the caboose. So I ducked into there, and I see two, what in my mind were adults, but looking back, they're definitely like teens. They were in the corner of the caboose, and they were doing something I had not seen. And they were, at first, like my 7-year-old brain was like, oh, they're struggling.
Yeah. Oh,
And
he's
then I
wrestling
thought,
her.
oh,
Yeah.
right. I thought they were wrestling. And then I thought, oh, wait, maybe they're stuck. And that was my thought. So I just kind of peered into, like, do they need help? But I didn't know what to do because, like, I couldn't see what they were stuck on. And then the dude was like, he yelled some profanity at me. He was like, yo, kid, get out of here. And so I ran out, and I went to this was like right outside of our public library. So I ran to the public library, and I straight up narked on them. I was like, and I don't know if I think I thought they were in trouble, or like I knew they were doing something that they probably shouldn't be doing.
Yeah,
and
you
I
weren't wrong.
and I went to the desk, and I was like, these kids are like, there's kids in there, and I don't know what they're doing. But the guy yelled at me, and literally the next week they had soldered these big iron bars onto either door of the caboose, welded them so that nobody could get into that caboose. It was just for looking from the outside only, and everyone hated it. And I never told anyone that I was the reason that they.
You ruined the best part of the coolest park in town. That's pretty gnarly.
I ruined the best part of it, man.
First of all, like, if you personally saw one set of kids fucking in there, every high school couple in town was fucking in this caboose. Like, it was.
It's true.
Yeah, anybody that didn't have a car. So, like, not only did you fuck up the park, but you probably cockblocked so many older dudes. It's like, you probably affected the teen pregnancy rate in your town for, like, a short spell.
That's true. I mean, I guess if we were to look at this from a positive angle, I inadvertently acted as birth control for my small town.
I mean, if that shit was open today, a bum would be living in there. So really, you've done more good than you did harm. But at the time, it was probably devastating for you and the other kids. I mean, you weren't wrong. You probably thought he was beating that chick up. So you're like, in your heart of heart, and he yelled at you. You were like, this guy's hurting her. He told me to fuck off. Like, you're probably trying to help more than you were trying to narc. So I got a good feeling about that. True. I'm going to say a solid not guilty.
I appreciate your ruling. Have a good night, man.
Have a good one. Thanks for calling. Off to a good start. I mean, if Planned Parenthood's going to be closed, they better weld the fucking caboose shut. I can tell you that. All right. How's it going, Drew? Welcome back. Is it going to take the call? Hello? There we go. How's it going, Drew?
Going good, man. How's it going on your end?
Good. Things seem like they're going all right. I mean, a fuckload of people were watching, like 10 people were watching when nobody called, and now like 4 people are watching, but we're going to bring it back right now.
Well, of course. All right, so I'm going to tell a story of when I got caught in high school, and that was when my dad figured out that I smoked weed. So me and my friend, it's like homecoming dance time, and I have a ticket to it. He's not really into it, but he's staying over at my place so we can get stoned all night. And I'm like, well, I'm going to the fucking homecoming dance, and if I'm going, you're going. Like, my dad fucking drove us there and everything. We had spent, like, all day, like, acquiring weed. We rolled, like, a shit ton of joints. We filled, like, a whole cigarette pack with joints. And so when we go to the dance, I give him my ticket and shit, and I go in there, and the plan was go in there, grab some people, and then let's go somewhere else and fucking smoke down. Well, when I got in there, started, dancing with some bitches and shit. Like, I was having a good fucking time. I completely fucking forgot about it. I was just like, he's fine. He'll just find somewhere and smoke or something like that. And then, so about an hour and a half later, I'm still in there and fucking enjoying myself, grinding on some girl, little fucking 15-year-olds macking on each other. And I'm fucking having a good old time, and I feel a hand on my shoulder. And I heard, is your name Drew? And I turned around and said, fuck yeah. And it was a fucking cop. and a
Oh,
fucking
no.
administrator lady. So they handcuffed me right there in the middle of fucking homecoming dance and took my ass out and fucking sat me down in the office and said, "We found your little friend walking around outside. Fucking we searched him, found all these joints in the cigarette pack." And like, we already called your parents because they already knew me by that point. I was, a regular there in that office. So fucking my dad gets down there and they apparently searched my buddy's phone, and we were just getting high all the time outside of school, taking videos of each other, being stoned and being dumb as fuck. And so they show all those videos to my fucking dad. Fucking my buddy, he gets, I get suspended for 7 days. He gets expelled. He's got to go to like the alternative school after that shit because he had all the weed on him and shit.
And so did he
And
snitch on you, or did they just have you from his phone? Did you ever find out for sure either
no,
way?
yeah, like I'm still friends with him. I was friends with him after fucking, yeah. He was like, so apparently he was pissed off that I wasn't coming out, so he was just kind of walking around the school grounds. And he got frustrated and pissed off and like punched a fucking, like one of the metal poles and the black walk under things. Punched one of those, and that like alerted some teacher. And they come over and they're like, "What are you doing here?" Blah blah blah. He's like, "Oh, I'm just waiting for my friend Drew. He's inside. He's supposed to come out." And I guess he may have acted sketch and shit. Like he's a real kind of crackheadish guy. So they fucking searched
He
him and
went to that
shit.
dance to have a
And
nice night with you. He went there to get stoned with his buddy and dance the night away, and you kind of bailed on him. But then he brought it back because you also got in trouble together. So in a way, it all came back together.
yeah, no, I mean, I felt bad, like, after the fact, because I was like, you know what, I bailed because I
You were
was
off chasing
dancing with
tail.
bitches.
You got
Yeah,
you
I
got a
mean,
whiff of a training bra, and that was it for you all night.
I don't know, 15 years old, like, seized, like, I knew what I was about.
Man, it's
But
I forget
oh,
that other people live places where you can really get in trouble for weed. Like when you said they put the handcuffs on you, I was like, for what? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
oh, dude, and this is like 15 years ago, too, in Georgia.
damn. Where you could literally be hung for smoking weed.
No shit, fucking, the best, like, part of, like, that whole story was afterwards, my dad, like, they sent all the videos to him and shit. So I guess he had been reviewing it in his own time. And I just remember coming home and him sitting me down in front of that fucking computer. He's going to be like, "So do you mind explaining this?" And just like, it was a video of me sitting on our back porch smoking a bowl. And I'm just sitting there bullshit. I'm like, I'm cute when I'm sober, but when I'm stoned, I like to fuck. And just like the complete worst video, like out of context shit, just for your dad to sit you down and be like, "Explain this." Be like, "What do you want me to say?"
Oh man, it would be so funny if he sat you down and be like, "Listen, son, if you're gonna be on drugs, you cannot be getting on camera like this." Like, like it would have been a way better lesson and a teachable moment for
Well,
him to just spin it on you.
well, that was sprinkled in like after I was 18 and after, it became kind of funny. And he's like, "Ah, yeah, you were a little fucking troublemaker."
Well, that's pretty good. Well, I'm glad you didn't get in serious trouble, and I'm glad your homie didn't snitch you out. As soon as that story started coming through, I was like, he was already caught. Why did he have to give you up? But I'm glad you guys are still cool.
No, we're cool. It was just dumb teenage shit. Shit happens, man.
Absolutely. Thanks, bro. Thanks for calling. Have a good one.
You too, man.
Um, I was maybe hypersensitive to him saying that because I was on a junior college wrestling team, and we were at a tournament in San Francisco, and we were smoking weed, me and this dude, and instead of leaving the hotel, we just stayed in our hotel room and we opened the window. I'm literally have my whole upper body out the window of this hotel, and I'm smoking. I brought half a blunt with me on this trip, which is literally no weed, like nothing. And I'm like hanging out the window smoking. I like go, I'm clean up, I wash my face. And then somebody comes to my room, they're like, God damn, it smells like weed in here. I was like, oh no, that's weird. And then like 10 minutes later, the coaches come in and they're like, so what's that smell? And I was like, oh, you know what? It actually kind of smelled like this when we got here. And he said it smelled like marijuana when you got in here. And I was like, I thought it was weird too, coach. I don't know. And so like all night we're running sprints, like all this shit. And like what sucked is like right when he confronted us like that, the first dude is like, all right, it was me. I brought some weed. This dude had like a bag of weed and a fucking bubbler on him. Like a crazy, not which isn't crazy to travel with, but like it was a large, it looked like it was going to break on this trip if it hadn't got taken. And so then he's like, I was smoking weed. And the coach is like, all right, so we're going to do. And then like, he's like, and then the third guy in the room who was not smoking weed, like he wasn't doing anything wrong. So don't get him in trouble. Then I think like, all right, this dude took the fall and they already let the other dude off the hook. Then he's like, and Morgan was also smoking. And I'm like, bro, you already are in trouble, bro. You're already in the doghouse. You can't fucking just be like, oh, and Morgan also wasn't doing it. Like, you know what I mean? It would take nothing else for you to have eaten the rest of the blame. I wasn't mad at him, though. We also were made friends still. But god damn it, that shit had me tight for a minute. Phone lines are back open. 45405834464. Tell me a story about when you got caught. Or tell me about a story when you caught somebody. We haven't heard that yet. I mean, when I was drunk and that guy called in about his roommate, he had a story where he caught his roommate masturbating to child porn. And that was easily one of the craziest stories I've heard on this show. So if you've caught somebody doing something they absolutely should not have been doing, I'd like to hear about that just as much, if not more. So let's think about that. You know what I mean? Let's consider that. Sorry, I was just fucking with the gain on my mic for a second, but people do such weird shit when they think they're alone and no one's about to catch them. Like, you know what I mean? That like people have been caught doing everything. Like, one time my buddy was not smoking weed for work. He had a job where he couldn't smoke weed, but we would get high all the time. Like he was just every day he was expecting to get in trouble, like get in an accident at work and get tested and get fired. Like he was ready for it to happen. So finally his girl was tired of like the stress and she was just like, you gotta stop smoking weed. You gotta stop smoking weed. And like a few weeks later, we're at a party together and me and this dude are getting high as fuck in my car. We're getting so high. My girl's in the back. Like there's a bunch of people in the car. We're like right up front of the party getting high. And this fool's wife comes out and knocks on the window. She's like, hey, what are you doing? And he goes, come on, babe. I'm just hanging with the fellas. Like I was also shithouse drunk. Like I was as drunk as I could have been. So it was fucking hilarious to me. Like I think about it to this day. Like I brought the story right up. Cause like there's nothing cooler about like getting caught is horrific. But like if you could play it off like you don't care that you got caught, like that will mitigate some of the shame, I would say. Damn, chat died on this stream or what happened? Is it not where I just like to hopefully find out the chat's not working. Nope, I see that there's no one chat. That's okay. That's okay. You know what? Go ahead and call in right now. Get straight to the bitch. 5405-834464. No waiting, no hold. Come on there. Had to get off Twitch. Couldn't figure out how to comment on there. Huh. I think Bree also said, where do I see the chat? Sometimes it's hard to bring the chat up. It's like a separate thing on the Twitch mobile. Wonder how I can fix this on-screen chat to show the non-Twitch messages like I had it. Here's the thing, like Streamlabs was a lot more not user-friendly, but it was simpler. So I set up and I didn't know what I was doing. Like a lot of the stuff was like point, click, drop down. And it's like a quarter of a step more complicated on OBS like I'm using now. It's not bad at all, but enough that I am missing something still. Couple of good calls already. Thanks for calling, Drew. Thanks for calling, David. Happy to hear from some ladies. It is ladies' night in the courtroom. Ladies, why don't you call in and tell us a story about when you caught somebody? Did you catch your man cheating? Did you get caught? We had a great story of a girl from my Facebook who got caught cheating. She was like cheating with the dude at the work next to hers, and she was banging another dude 2 doors down, and he caught him in the middle. Fantastic. Yeah. It's sad to hear stories where girls catch a guy cheating, but it's funny to hear stories where girls get caught cheating because it's less often. It happens less often because they're better at cheating than men. Girls are much better at cheating than dudes, I think. Dudes are like naturally very paranoid their girl is cheating, so girls are instantly very sneaky about it. Like they're like a secret agent, bro. Yeah, stories like that are the tits. We got to have them. There was this girl I was dating for like 2 or 3 years from like senior year till a few years after high school. Which was like most of the time up until like most of the time I was an adult that I wasn't with my wife. Like I was, and we broke up, and I was seeing another girl who was like already basically staying with me. And then maybe after like 6 months after we broke up, this girl calls me screaming because she said that she opened up her laptop and my email was still logged in on her laptop. I was like, bitch, it's been like 6 months. That's like a 2-month excuse. You could just say you went through my shit. I'm not even mad. That's not even the part of first of all, this was long enough ago you could get caught cheating through email. So this bitch had my email. She's seen all my shit. She's like freaking out. I'm like, I know that you're mad now, but and it wasn't, honestly, even though we weren't together, it wasn't even any less stressful that she found out. Like her finding out was as stressful as if we were still dating and I got caught and that's what broke us up. Like, even though we're broken up, I was still like, fuck. But also, I had the, like, scapegoat of me, like, we're not even together, so who fucking cares? Like, I'll tell you who. She cared a lot. A lot. No, I was just laughing, bro. I was just laughing it off, but that was not helping. I can tell you that was not helping. I guess what would be cool is if I had a ticker. Like, if it would... Oh, 1 second. I got food coming. Quite a large plate of food, which is good, I guess, because I'm starving. Phone lines are wide open. 540-583-4464. Tell me a story. I said really early on into the stream that I'd never been caught masturbating by anyone. And then immediately my wife got in the chat and was like, I've caught you masturbating several times. So I don't have a story for that, but that does happen to me on the reg, I guess. Back up a whole call again. I keep seeing things where people get caught cheating in really interesting ways. Like, I saw there was that one that went around for a while where the bitch caught her dude cheating because he was having heart rate spikes on his Apple Watch at like 2 a.m. on nights he wasn't at home. Steve Jobs just told on your cums, bro. Like, first of all, you know what? That dude deserved to get caught because if you wear your Apple Watch during sex, you are a fucking nerd, bro. That's big guilty. Way worse than cheating. Way worse than cheating is wearing your Apple Watch during sex. That's fucking crazy. First of all, like, it's some real weird white nerdy shit to wear a watch while you're having sex, but an Apple Watch, I am one of these freaks that has an Apple Watch and wears it. But I would never wear one during sex. That's crazy. Tasha should call in and tell you stories about you beating it. The story would be that I was on the toilet. Unless you're trying to get your steps in. Yes, if you're trying to get your fitness, close your fitness rings, like if you're trying to use your Apple Watch for fitness, by all means, wear it while you fuck. But you better be, you can't even be with a bitch that loves you because she's going to leave you for that. Like, you have to be having sex with someone you'll never see again, and they might, like, they're going to tell everyone they know. I know we've done a lot of work stories, but you ever been caught at work? Anybody? What, has anybody in the chat been caught doing anything they should have been doing at work? Maybe. The first dude I ever met that was fired for time theft was one of my girls, like one of my homies' boyfriends. He got fired for time theft for taking a nap at Best Buy. This dude was a fucking lame, but I thought that was so cool at the time. I'm like, sleeping at work? He's my hero. You know, I'm not even that upset if we're not going to get enough calls in tonight because I am excited to use this new setup on Omeeks, but I do want to take more calls. Because guess what? We got a couple of good calls right off top. I'm ready to hear some nasty ones. Like, this is a great topic, so we got to get some eyeballs on this shit. I guess I'll post the stream up in a couple more places. Let's see what I can do. Let's see what kind of eyes I can put on this shit. Okay, we'll go to the YouTube. We'll copy the link. If you're watching this shit on YouTube, copy the link and go post it somewhere else. I'm just saying. You got an app at some point. Yo, if you got that, working from home seemed like it was so lit. Like, I've never had a job where you could work from home, but I know those motherfuckers are taking naps. The technology you need to beat any monitoring software is literally like a little spinning thing. Like, the shit they use to beat work from home monitors is like nothing. It's like to keep your mouse moving. Anybody can do that. A dog could keep your mouse moving. It's like in that Simpsons episode when Homer got so fat, he got really fat so he could work from home, and then he just had that little thing hitting the keyboard. That's like a dream. You know what I mean? That's like, I know all these, I know they're napping, bro. I know it. Guess I'll post this shit on my regular Facebook, right? I know a girl that works from home. We chill all the time. Yo, if you're fucking on the clock, I know I said this when Bree called in about hooking up with the dude she worked with at the grocery store, but if you're fucking on the clock, like, that's A1. If you're getting paid to fuck, like, it don't get better than that. He bought a moo-moo. Hell yeah, bro. That work from home episode of The Simpsons was like that, not only ahead of its time, but like an A+ episode. Okay. Have you ever gotten caught? Have you ever caught someone? I always like to start these like, do you or someone you know? Call in 540 583 4464. That's 540 judging 583 4464. Call in, tell a story, posting it on Facebook. I might as well say it again on stream. If you're seeing this post, I'm live now. This was like a revelation in my life, but I didn't realize when I wifed up an Asian girl that I'd be eating Asian food all the time. Like even even things that she cooks that's not Asian food, it tastes like takeout sometimes, and it's so good. I know, eating some delicious fried pork right now, I know there's MSG in this shit. You know how I know? Because it's fucking delicious. Like, you think having a hot Asian wife is the perk in itself. No, it's the food. Ooh. Oh, it's Drew that's called back. I'm still excited. I don't want to act less excited now that I realize it's Drew. I'm still excited. What's up, Drew? How's it going, boss?
Going good, man. Thought of another story. A little quick one. This is about whenever, okay, so I was like 8 years old, something like that, old enough to where, you know, I still had to have a babysitter and shit. But she was like a high school girl living next door. She babysat me. So one night, like, my parents are out super late, so at that night, she's babysitting me, and, you know, I guess they told her to, like, make sure I bathe and everything. So I don't know how, like, I convinced her while I was taking a bath, directly next to the bathtub, like, separated by a wall partition, is a shower. I don't know how I did it, but I convinced her. I was like, hey, while I'm taking my little bubble bath, you should take a shower. And so she does that. She takes a shower while I'm sitting there in the tub or whatever. And then afterwards, after she gets out of the shower and everything, I'm like, why don't you come get in the tub? I'm like, it's a bubble bath. You can't see anything. Like, so a little bit of coercion, but I eventually got her to, like, chill in the bathtub with me. So I'm a little 8-year-old chilling with this little hot little high school girl. And I'm just loving it. I'm trying to blow away the bubbles, you know, couple little peek there, like a little fucking pervert. And fucking the rest of the night, like, after that, it's completely normal. But afterwards, like, I don't know, I was feeling pretty proud of myself. I definitely told on myself. I told my parents, I was like, yeah, I got her to take a bath with me.
Oh, no. And so then your parents went, and what happened? They called the police?
No, they didn't even do it like that. Like, honestly, I feel like my dad was proud. Like, he may have come off pissed, but that's probably because my mom was pretty pissed off about it. But deep down, I know that motherfucker was proud of me.
He's like 90% worried you just got molested, and like 10% like, good kid, good man.
No, he's like that's my boy. Yeah.
Oh,
no,
man.
nothing really, like, nothing, no law, like, came into it, but she definitely was not allowed to babysit me anymore. But I mean, on the good note, like, I didn't have a babysitter after that.
Yeah, I mean, if you're old enough to trick the babysitter into the bathtub, you could probably just call your own pizza.
That's right.
It's fun. It, like, a lot of this goes to speak in the sense that, like, parents always hire someone that's not old enough to watch you. Like, you think this bitch, like, you, even if you think she was 13, that's still too, you know what I mean? Like, an 8-year-old is reckless. An 8-year-old is old enough to be mischievous. Like, obviously you tricked this girl into the tub. So, like,
yeah. She's not that bright, apparently.
So, like, I'm not saying it's your parents' fault for hiring her. Like, she's still wrong. This girl was wrong to do that. Like, it's still tight. It's dope. It's dope that it happened to you, a little boy. Like, it's a terrible story any other way you could spin it. But in this in this one-on-one scenario, fantastic. You know what I mean? But
oh no, I'm super proud of it till this day. Like, I wish I still had those skills that I used to have. Apparently.
Yeah, you're like, I couldn't trick this girl into the tub now. That's actually very funny. Thanks, bro. That's pretty good. I mean, the fact that it all, like, got caught because you just bragged about it to your parents, that's fantastic. Like, it's also obvious, like, that's very much a way a kid gets caught about something, but it's so funny.
Oh, I was super proud of it, man. My dad taught me how to be a player, and he'd always take me out to, like, Hooters and shit. Like, when I was 5, he let me just run off on my own on Hooters for like 10 minutes, and then he'd go find me, and I'd be surrounded by all the Hooter girls, and they'd be like, "Is he yours?" and shit. Like, nah, he was a dog.
Well, this is how. Who knows what happened to him with his babysitter, bro? It's a cycle of abuse. That's how it goes.
Right, exactly. I don't think she ever babysat any other kid after that.
Thanks for calling.
Yeah, no problem, man.
This dude has a story for everything. I love it. Auntie Anne's mac and cheese, delicious. Call in, tell me a story about getting caught. 540-583-4464. You got caught doing whatever you weren't supposed to be doing, or you caught somebody doing something. Either way, don't tell me a scary story though, nobody. I swear to God. To talk a girl like twice your age into a bathtub as a child, that's wild. It's like so innocent that he was like at her, like he got her into the bathtub. He was like, I was trying to see the bubbles. You know what I mean? Like, obviously the intent was nothing like nasty because he was so little. Guess you could say that he had her in hot water, right? I'm a cool judge, but I wasn't sure how I was going to be ruling on that one, to be honest. Oh, why is my mic so quiet? There we go. I'm a cool judge, but I wasn't sure I was going to roll one way or the other on that one. This isn't a family court, I can tell you that. Here we go. It's Cheddar. Hey, what's up, Doc?
What's poppin'? Well, one time, me and Tiny, we used to work. I don't know if you know this, but me and Tiny used to work at a proctoring place together.
I did know that. I think that's where you were working when I first met you.
Yeah. We used to take little walks and shit, and we used to like walk around the building, you know what I mean? And this is like in, do you know like the Sunnyvale area of San Francisco?
Mm-hmm.
So like it's kind of ghetto, but like where we work, it was a nice part, but it's kind of ghetto like when you go over like towards the tracks and shit. So like we're walking down this little street, and we just see like a van posted, and when we look in the van, like we can see movement, and we're getting closer, and Tiny says the words to me like, "Yo, are those two ass cheeks flexing?" And I look, and I'm like, "Yeah, bro, those are two ass cheeks flexing." And I'm like, okay, some dudes are, not some dudes, but like some dude is fucking in there. and like, we're getting closer, and like, I just make eye contact with whoever he's fucking. They're like looking over his shoulder, like you know, like the fuck bus. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, you know what I'm saying? So like, there's like, it's like a van like that. So he's hitting on the little bench seat that's back there, you know what I mean?
It was almost as if he had the van for this reason.
Yes. So like, I'm peeping, because like I'm doing my thing. I'm dressed up in like button up and like khakis and shit. So I'm supposed to be here, you know what I mean? Like, this is business area. Like, this is where this goes down. This is where business happens. Y'all fucking in a van. So I'm making eye contact with this bitch, and she's not breaking. She's not telling him to stop. They're just
all of a sudden she's into it. She wants you to watch.
Yeah, she's continuing to let him go to town. He's not telling her. He's oblivious. You know what I mean? He's in the zone. So, and the way his cheeks were flexing, like he was really thrusting.
Yeah,
you know
he was
I mean?
in the throes of it. Yeah, he can't stop now.
Yeah. Like he was almost to end game. You know, like you're not coming out of there. You know what I mean? So, like I'm like at this point we're not gonna turn around. We're not gonna divert like through the grass. We're gonna continue to go down the sidewalk. This is what this
Got
is
to
made
see it
for.
through, my boy. Absolutely.
Yeah. So like it goes without saying we're smoking. So like we're already kind of high. Like, is this happening, bro? Like, what's going on? I can't not, as we're passing it, I can't not look to the right. You know what I mean? So like I looked. She didn't break contact. She wanted to see if I was looking the entire time. Like her position of her head is like to the side now. And she's looking me dead in the face. I can see all of her facial features. She's enjoying the sex. Yeah, it was really awkward. It happened to Tiny too. Burned into our memories. And we just smoked. We made our round. We went back into the office and we didn't even really tell nobody till the next day. You know what I mean?
That means that in your heart of hearts, you didn't want anybody else to really catch them, because you could have gone and be like, yo, 2 people are fucking out there, and it would have emptied out the whole office. Like,
but it was almost unbelievable. And she knew we were there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure when we stopped.
There's 2 kinds of people that fuck in public. There's the kind of people that have to fuck in public and they're doing it sneakily, or there's the kind of people that like to fuck in public and they want to get caught. You made it happen for her, bro. Before you came along, she was just getting fucked by some weirdo in a van. Then now you're watching her. That's what she wants, bro. So you made the whole experience for her.
Heightened.
Or you made it
Mountain.
like, I would say, or you ruined it, but like she obviously could have reacted negatively at any time. And I don't believe that you would have kept watching if she wanted you to stop. Like, if she'd even put like a hand up to block your view, I bet you would have been like, all right, let's go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, immediately. I kept going, but I was just like, we didn't even want to speak on it too heavily because we didn't know what was happening. We didn't know if they would spin on us. You know what I'm saying? We didn't know what was going on.
It's like an animal, bro. You can't stop them or something like that, or you could get hurt. You know what I mean?
Yes. Unless they get stuck, you let them fuck. You know what I mean?
It's like throwing water on 2 dogs. Somebody's gonna get bit.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm telling you, the look in her eyes. If we're talking about it, the look in her eyes, y'all about to catch me right now because I still think about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, she was so into it that it imprinted on you. You guys, she was full on banging this other dude, and then you 2 had a moment. You know what I mean? That's actually kind of tight. You know how Tiny is. We didn't get 10 steps away, and he was already telling me, he's like, bro, I'm going to jack off to that later. And I'm I was just in my head you're a sick fuck. But in my head, I'm like, she didn't make eye contact with you, and you don't have what I have. You know what I mean? You're like, yeah, me too, but we don't need to talk about it yet. We don't need to talk about that right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Leave some mystery in it.
And then I told him when we were at his house, maybe just watching TV, and I'm like, hey, bro, she looked me in my soul, bro. We had a genuine moment.
And he was like, yeah, I remember that. I saw that.
He's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah, I didn't want to say nothing. He's like, but I seen you paused for a second, but it was a split second you paused. And I was just like, yeah, I almost went in there.
You guys were one more positive cue away from opening jiggling the handle. If she'd been come on. If she just inched her finger a little bit, you'd be like, we're going in. Call into work.
Yeah, for real. anything I thought negative about the situation, I don't give a fuck about no more.
No,
You
yeah,
know what I'm
absolutely.
saying?
That's how porn start, bro. Like you were like in the, like, you know what I mean? Like that's how extra people get added into porn all the time.
I can see that. You know what I mean? And I almost felt it. You know what I mean? It was compelling. That was Satan knocking at my door.
That's fantastic. That's really great.
Yeah, man. I hope
Well, thank you.
I hope
Thanks
this
for
one went
calling
well.
with that.
You know what I mean? Thank you.
God damn. Oh, you love to see it. You love to see it. Good man. Thanks for calling, Ched. Always a pleasure, never a chore. He just gets me. That's really great. You think like I thought I had another story to drop in right there, but I lost it. So we'll just keep going. That's it's pretty wacky stuff, man. Catching people, like, people have sex at work a lot, but when it's like a third party, like these people, neither of them work there. You know what I mean? Like when people are fucking at your work and they don't work there, that's wild. That's extreme. I'm not strong enough to not run back into the office and tell every single person in there. I would have busted into the fucking testing area that the other people were proctoring. And I'm like, yo, people are fucking out here. Like, I'm yelling like it's a fight in high school. Like, fight! Like, 100%. I'm getting every pair of eyes in the earshot to go see these people fuck. My homie, when I was like 12, my homie lived next to some lesbians and we caught them skinny dipping one time. And like as a 12-year-old, that's literally like a dream scenario. I mean, it would be cool if it happened now. But at the time, like nothing sweeter could have happened in my life. And nothing bad happened. They were just like, hey. They didn't even really sound mad, but they did want us to stop, so we just left. And I think that's fine. I mean, hopefully that's not bad. Seemed right. Like for the start of a peep, could be incidental. Like you just see some people naked. You're not really peeping. You've seen naked people. Like it depends on how long you really watch to see how wrong you are, I think. That's how I'm going to judge it in this court. Call in and tell a story, 5405-834-464. Tell a story where you got caught or when you caught somebody. This is actually going to be a crazy one to take on Omegle after this. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to take this shit straight to Omegle and we're going to hear some scary stories. I've caught some people doing some frightening things on there. Don't be naked at eyes view. Yeah, absolutely. First of all, I have never one time in my life been naked in the room with another person and not been scared a third party was going to see. That's one of the main things I'm thinking about if I'm naked, and even when I'm naked and alone. If I'm naked, one of the main things I'm worried about is someone else is going to see. So if you're not constantly hyper aware of that, you should never be free enough mentally when you're naked to not think someone's trying to see you naked. Like, and I'm not saying that it's your fault if someone fucking watches you. Obviously it's not. But I don't know, but what? I don't know. I've backed myself into a corner. Sometimes I'm guilty, I guess. Fuck. Not above banging the gavel on myself in this court. I don't work for the law. The law works for me. I've been smelling something in this courtroom for a long time. I'll take off this robe and get to the bottom of this shit. We like to have a lot of fun here, but I'd like to officially just say I don't think you should be actively trying to watch people that are naked. I'm going to take a hard stance there. I don't want to get seen naked, and I don't want to see anyone naked. Well, I mean, without their consent. And there you go. Absolutely. I like the way you work it. That sounds right to me. little bit of this. Is it gonna play right this time? Can I not stop? Okay. Yeah, I will post some of it on YouTube. It's Omegle's a good thing not to do live. Like I might maybe in the Discord, if I can share my screen in the Discord, I might do that. I might see if I can do that. Because you can share full screen on Discord, right? Because then we wouldn't even have to set up a separate Zoom or anything. I can just do it right on the Discord, share my screen, and you guys could watch me pretty much from in there. I think in theory you guys could even comment too, but you shouldn't. Just don't, because I gotta record this shit. But yeah, I'm about to jump on Omegle, and we'll get some clips out of that. So thanks to any of the homies that called today. You're keeping this shit running till we're back on Facebook. Appreciate you. Wednesday, we'll be back. I don't have a topic picked, so if anybody wants to drop a suggestion for the topic in the chat or on the Discord, go for it. Let me see if I can get this to work. There we go. Nice. So hop on the Discord. I'm gonna go live in there on Omegle. We're gonna try to get some dudes that are jerking off to tell me a story where they got caught, and it'll be a good time. So hit me up with a topic on Wednesday. Hit me in the DMs. Hit me on Discord, and I will see you guys then. Until then, court is adjourned. Later, guys.